Did you see the new trailer for Hail Mary? That movie coming out
No,
with Ryan Gosling?
no, I
Oh,
read the
man.
book. I saw the first trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that the trailer just kind of tells you what the movie's about because I went in blind with the book and it's a hard
Yeah.
pivot in the middle there. So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
So I rented the book from the library
Okay.
just the other day. It's on hold for me. I gotta go pick it up.
All right.
And I was like, "Whoa, I really like the premise of this book." And I really did enjoy the movie The Martian. I know that's a book as well. The
Yeah.
same Weir, Andrew,
Andy Weir. Yep.
Andy Weir. Okay, Andy Weir. I really enjoyed that movie, and I heard that a lot of the readers also enjoyed the movie. Like it was stayed
It
true
did
to the most part.
aggressively so. Like it was so clearly the book that it was almost like I feel like it's one or the other, like I read
Yeah,
them and watched it close together and I was like, this is kind of boring because I know exactly what's gonna
because it
happen.
was okay. That makes sense. Where you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
there were
yeah,
no
it's like,
surprises
oh,
in
it's
that
not
movie.
no
But
surprises. Yeah, no
yeah.
additions, no. But I mean, that's good, right? We should. I mean, that I see
Yeah.
you sound like me complaining that it's too,
No, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
too true to the book.
totally. Yeah.
But no, like I was just like, wow, the premise of this sounds a lot of fun. So I rented it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read that.
Yeah, well,
Read
I'm
that.
excited about the movie because I loved The Martian, but I thought Project Hail Mary was kind of mid as a book, and it kind of looks like the movie is going to course correct a little bit in a way that
Yeah.
appeals to me. His second book, which is called Artemis, which is about a
Oh,
heist on
okay.
the moon, terrible.
Really?
Yes, I don't know. I've never come
That
across
sounds like a
anybody.
great premise too.
I
Like,
know it does. Yeah, and
how do you mess that up?
the audiobook is read by Rosario Dawson, so you'd think
Oh, no way. Oh, so
somewhere in
bad.
there, but it's rough. I don't know.
Oh, that stinks.
But
Did you
I'm
read the
excited about
abridged
Hail
version?
Mary. No, no. The whole thing. No, I did not pull a Steve Rudd.
I'm never gonna read or listen to anything abridged ever again when I'm
I don't think they
like,
really
man,
do that
gosh,
anymore,
I
so
really
you
feel
should be
like there's a
fine,
lot of
but
parts missing to this.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no middle to
3
this
hours.
book.
Welcome to This Endorian Life, a nostalgic podcast from the Radio Meanwhile Network. My name is Steve Rudd.
I'm Nick Gunning, and we're settling in for some vintage Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, today we are discussing the Alvin and the Chipmunks Thanksgiving special, A Chipmunks Celebration, which aired on November 20th, 1994. Oof, we were like
Yeah.
young boys.
Yeah, we're
Not
basically
we
the age of
boys.
our children. My son is 11 right now, and that's how old I
Oh,
was. So,
yeah. Oh,
you know,
yeah. Yeah, my oldest daughter's turning 11 this December. So,
there
yeah,
you go.
look at
Yeah.
that. Wow,
Yes,
classic.
I'm trying to, I mean, this is our first Thanksgiving special, and I'm trying to think across the whole
Oh,
of the Radio Meanwhile network. Kendra and I once did just like a quick, we didn't even cover an episode of 90210. We just kind of talked about our favorite Thanksgiving traditions and the Macy's Parade. So this is only the second Thanksgiving special in all of Radio Meanwhile. So here we are
oh.
talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks, which I don't know. I don't know if I can keep the disdain out of my voice because, you know, a friend of mine, Nick, who has a podcast called the ND Vision Podcast, which I've been a guest on, he was just saying, "What do you like?" He's like, "Because I listen to your podcast and you never seem to like anything," and that's not true. And I loved the Alvin and the Chipmunks
You must be
cartoon.
thinking of me.
There's lots of things that I like, but this special, I'll just tell you a little about it. How about that?
Stretch. Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Go
just
ahead.
I'll tell you about it. All right. So this is, of course, based on the Alvin and the Chipmunks series, which started off as just a novelty record from Ross Bagdasarian Sr. under the stage name David Seville. And he just, sped up parts of the song to be funny. And then it was like
Uh-huh.
this huge hit. And then that led to like the Chipmunk Christmas song, which has become a holiday standard that you hear every year.
Oh
And
my
from
gosh, yeah.
there, it just ballooned. So we started in 1958, and it spawns albums, several cartoon series, video games, comic books, several theatrical films. Like Alvin and the Chipmunks has become this franchise, which is funny considering it was just sort of a throwaway novelty track from the 50s.
That's crazy.
This special that we're talking about today was one of many that was produced after the weekly Alvin and the Chipmunks series ended in 1989, and this was I loved this show. Did you watch Alvin and the Chipmunks as a kid?
Occasionally I did, yeah, not regularly,
Oh, I
but
did watch it
yeah.
quite regularly, which is
Oh, you
why this
did?
special
Oh.
I did. It's why this special surprised me so much, and I loved the movie, The Chipmunk Adventure. Have you ever seen that? It was, like, theatrical.
A new one or the old one?
No, no, it was like '80s. It was a theatrical thing where
I
they get
don't
tricked
know.
into smuggling cash and diamonds. It's a whole elaborate thing.
Oh, I don't
But I
think so.
loved that movie. And so I was all ready. I checked this DVD out from the library. I got my son up. I was like, "Hey, we're gonna watch this Alvin and the Chipmunk special," and we both were just like, it was like watching a car crash. But this was included on several VHS and DVD releases, including Alvin and the Chipmunks classic holiday gift set. It was written by Janice Carmen and Ross Bagdasarian Jr. So Ross Jr. took over for his father and has kept
Interesting.
the Chipmunk franchise alive all this time. Directed by Walt Kubiak. Our cast includes Ross Bagdasarian Jr. as
Mhm.
Alvin, Simon, and David Seville. We have Janice
Oh, no
Carmen
way.
as Theodore. Yeah, he voices all of them.
All of them.
And then we have Kerrigan Mahan, who is just credited as additional voices. And there wasn't a whole lot of other
No.
characters. You sort of heard little things here and there when the relatives start showing up. You get a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, pretty small cast overall. Our Star Wars link, and this is a bit of a stretch, so buckle up.
Mm.
But Ross Bagdasarian's credits are almost exclusively Alvin and the Chipmunks related stuff, whether it's the movies or the albums or whatever. His IMDb page is just like Alvin and the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks,
Right.
except he voiced the character of Blackbeard in the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego game, which came out in 2011. The game was directed by John Burton, who also oversaw several of the early Star Wars Lego games, including the original, then the original trilogy, the complete saga, and Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. All great games.
Oh, yeah? I thought the Skywalker saga was the best one, though.
It is the best one, but
It is
that's
the
a
best
newer
one, okay.
one, and I guess this director, I don't know, maybe he's moved on. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
But there you go. I've actually never played the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego game, and I love those Lego
Oh, I
games.
didn't know there was a Lego one. I know there's like a what is Indiana Jones one, there's like a
Yeah,
Jurassic Park one. They're getting
yeah,
they're getting out there. I mean, they're really,
yeah,
trying to squeeze those franchises dry of
that's
any,
true.
soul and joy. So,
The one that's coming out is Batman, and
oh,
it is
okay,
like
Batman,
kind of
yeah.
like the Skywalker saga. It's going to cover all the Batman movies. I think we talked about that a little bit. And then they
Yeah.
also just did one based on the game Horizon, which is my wife's favorite
Oh,
game
yeah,
series of all time.
Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I keep being like, we should play that Horizon Lego game, and she's like, nah. I'm like, well, but you
I mean,
love.
yeah, how could it be as good? Yeah, it would
Yeah,
just be like
that's her
yeah,
point. She's like, it's just.
Temu, it's like Temu
Yeah, she's
Horizon,
just
yeah.
like, "It's a Lego game skinned with Horizon people, and I'm not interested in that." And I'm like, "But
Yeah.
why? Let's play it." But
I don't
it'll
know. I would
happen.
think like if
It'll
they did
happen eventually.
a Halo Lego game, I'd probably play that because it would just be really funny.
If
I
there
feel
was
like it would be
Lego
good.
Uncharted, I would be
Oh,
all over
Lego
that.
Uncharted?
I would
Yeah.
be all over it.
Lego
So,
BioShock? I mean, no, is that
yeah.
it's a little too
Yeah,
crazy for the kids maybe?
that might be a little too much. There's no Lego Alvin and the Chipmunks game. I know that because Ross Bagdasarian here would certainly have been involved.
Oh,
So,
definitely, yeah.
maybe one of these days.
Well, they keep not answering his letters, so,
Yeah.
there's a
Got another call from that chipmunk guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pass.
It's
I
Junior now. Now his
Yeah.
kids are
Ross Bagdasarian the third is like, I can do it too. Sorry, that was more Mickey Mouse. I apologize.
Yeah.
I can't, Steve. I often look forward to your synopses of things, and this one, I need you to tell me what happened in this special because I watched it and I was like, what now? What? What's happening? So take it away,
Yes, I will. The uber detailed plot of a chipmunk celebration.
please. Fill
As
me in.
Dave and the Chipmunks work together to send out invitations to their family event next week, the Chipmunks talk about what their ideal part would be in a community play.
Right.
But only a few days later, they regret sending so many invitations as they are terrified of their play assignments. Dave encourages them to work outside of their comfort zone by telling them an embarrassing story from his own past. He performed a song as a young boy and forgot the lyrics, so he made up his own, which is why he decided to write songs for a living. I forgot about that. That was part of the story.
Yeah.
That's what he did. The Chipmunks do their best to learn their new assigned craft, but Theodore ends up making a mess. Even Simon thinks he's going to bomb his lines. Dave doesn't even recognize Alvin's costumes. Nothing seems to be going right. That night, they all have nightmares.
Ooh.
Alvin has a nightmare that his costumes turn into monsters and attack him, telling him not to try new things. In Simon's nightmare, he struggles with his lines, and everyone laughs at him as he wins the Fool Award. Poor Theodore's nightmare is that he horribly messes up the performance lighting and is thrown into a dungeon.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And thrown into a dungeon and interrogated by his grandmother.
I guess so. Yeah.
They all wake up and demand Dave tell all the relatives not to come, but it's too late. Every cheek pinching aunt and uncle arrive. The night of the play arrives finally. Simon and Theo are struggling, but Alvin has a new plan. Alvin's idea is to set up a fake rescue at the local zoo, all the while announcing they should be at the local play, but are risking their lives saving a baby. The zoo patrons are fooled by their silly ploy. A police officer thanks them for their bravery and gives them a police escort, getting them to the play just in time after all. Before they go on, Grandma tells them she saw them at the zoo and thought their performance was amazing. They can do anything. With a burst of encouragement, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore put on a fantastic performance. At dinner that night, Simon is thankful for family. The boys announce they entered Dave in a nationally televised golf tournament, and he is a nervous wreck. The boys remind him that if he never takes risks, he will never grow as a person. Oh no. Roll credits.
Wowzer. Wowzer.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. I actually did
It was
enjoy it.
what? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Look at this.
I'm
Something
glad to hear
I
it.
liked and you hated.
I guess so. I mean, I'm glad this is Thanksgiving thing because this was a turkey, like through and through for me. I just felt like what? Like they're doing this play and then like the nightmare sequence and then like this golf tournament and the whole like zoo baby sequence. I don't understand this at all. And I'm extra puzzled by it because it's not like this was like made within a season where they're like, "Hey, we got to churn something out." Like this was
Yeah.
made as a Thanksgiving like one-off special to air.
Deliberate.
There's an
Yeah.
Easter one, there's a Valentine's Day one. It is aggressively not Thanksgiving, except for Simon has a pilgrim hat, and technically people are coming for Thanksgiving. But it's not a
But they don't
like
really say that it's
they
Thanksgiving. See,
don't
that's the thing.
really.
That's why I said
Yeah.
family event because I was like, is it
I
Thanksgiving
think it's
dinner?
supposed
I
to
mean,
be. I
I think
think
it's
it's supposed to
supposed to
be.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they just don't want to say it though,
Yeah.
which was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's like more common nowadays with kids show. Like my son really loved Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood when he was younger, and they would
Mhm.
do like when they would do a Halloween special, it would be like costume day or something like that. I think so that
Right.
kids that age watching aren't confused. They're not like, wait, it's not Halloween, so like it would sort of make up.
Right.
But I don't really think that's what this is doing. I don't know why they're not
Yeah,
outright
the
saying
'90s, we were still
Thanksgiving, but
pretty much I mean, in
yeah,
the '90s, it
whatever.
was
Yeah,
still Halloween, Columbus Day,
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
yeah,
Now yeah, certainly is a little different now, but I caught that early on that I was like, "Wait a minute. Did they say they were Thanksgiving
right,
invitations?" And even that's
right,
why I wrote, dinner that night. I didn't write
right.
Thanksgiving dinner because it
But I mean,
didn't
it's
feel like that.
called a chipmunk celebration, but there's really not even a celebration. Like we don't
Yeah.
really I don't know. I was very puzzled by this.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand what they were okay, so like Simon was afraid of being in the show. They made Alvin make the costumes, which
Yes.
doesn't make sense. And then Theodore on lights, and he didn't know how to do it. And so, like, there's a lot of they're afraid of these things, and that's sort of what's driving us the whole
Yeah.
time. But it's not really about fear. It's not really about overcoming fear or trying new things. I don't know what it's about, if I'm
I
being honest with
I
you.
don't know either.
Okay.
And if it's supposed to be about Thanksgiving or that theme, like if you're supposed to watch this around Thanksgiving, let's be
Yeah.
honest, like if there is like a costume one, if there is
Yeah.
like a present giving one,
Yeah.
you're meant to watch those around those
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
holidays. So this one, I mean, with the whole pilgrim costume and stuff like
Yeah.
that, There was never any lesson of, like, being thankful, like,
Yeah.
you'd think that would be a slam dunk, like, let's make the episode about, like, oh, I don't know, you know, I didn't get the part I wanted, but I'm still thankful for being in
Yes.
it or,
That's what I thought we
a
were
part
heading
of it.
towards. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I get the whole theme of, like, that they tried to do of, facing their fears, I guess, or I don't know, because it seemed like they didn't have a problem, like, trying to do a thing at the zoo with a massive gorilla. So,
Right.
like, is it
Yeah.
really facing their fears or just going out of their comfort zone? So I guess, like,
Yeah.
putting on a performance at the zoo with the gorilla cage is in their comfort zone.
Right, but I mean, also in the show, they have a successful musical act. They're, like, on TV and stuff, so I don't really
Oh,
understand why
yeah,
this
you're right.
would be a
I forgot
scary
about that too. Yeah,
thing
yeah.
for them anyway. The dream sequence, I thought was genuinely creepy.
It
Like, some of
is,
the stuff they
yeah.
did in that, like, I don't remember maybe it's Alvin when he's making the costumes and stuff. Their, like,
Yeah.
body parts start coming off and then, like, hitting Alvin and
Oh,
then
and they're pinning him
becoming, like
against the wall.
yeah, and they're
Yeah.
pinning him against the wall with, like, one of their legs, one of their arms, but they're, like, coming apart and turning into these blobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when Theodore is getting interrogated by his grandma, she slowly turns into a witch and is
Yes.
like I don't know, it was just, like, genuinely creepy
But it
stuff,
felt like a
like
dream. It did feel like how a dream goes where, like, you're
yeah, it did.
there, and then all of a sudden you're somewhere else, and then that person
Right,
is no longer your grandmother, an ugly
right.
witch, and, like, it felt very dreamlike without you know how, like, in cartoons, they'll make it, like, the color kind of, like, chromish or something like that to
Yeah,
give it, like, a washed out look
yeah,
so you know
yeah,
you're in a dream or, like I just think of, like, the Heffalumps and Woozles scene that,
yeah.
like
Well,
that's, like, okay, obvious dream, like, trippy dream
yep,
scene. This was almost like just normal color, but weird things were happening. Like, the pinning I when I saw the pinning, I was like, "Whoa, that's
yeah,
freaky." Like,
yeah,
it reminded me of, like, trying to run in a dream and just going
yeah,
nowhere, right? Where, like, just weird things are pinning you down or holding you back. So I feel like they did a good job on that, but it was weird.
yeah. I mean, no, it captured the creepiness of dreams well,
Yeah.
but, like, is that what we're going for? And then the whole where we move into the zoo and they decide to stage this elaborate
Yeah.
prank, I guess, to draw attention away from the Thanksgiving play, that is such a weird left turn. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all. And, like, Simon dressing up as a woman, and he has, like, cartoonish, like, balloon boobs and stuff, and there's a lot of, like, jokes with that, and I'm like, "That's weird for a kid's thing to be doing," but okay, whatever.
Okay, that's what we're going with. Yeah, and it was like for me, that was I guess that was the beginning of the 3rd act, where I
Yeah,
think they were trying to get out of being in the performance by
right.
doing that so that they could do it and be like, "Oh, look, we'll never make it in
We couldn't
time,
do it because
but
of
we were
this.
on TV as heroes, and that's
Right,
why,"
but
you know?
only Alvin, like, Simon and Theodore were in disguises, so, like, you wouldn't even have known
Oh, yeah,
that
you're
they
right.
were so that wouldn't really work,
Oh, I
but
didn't even think about that. Yeah, what a
I
bad plan.
you're right that starts like Act 3, but I just think everybody should keep in mind that this is 22 minutes long. Like, all of this
Yeah.
chaos that we're talking about is in 22 minutes. I
Yeah.
was also puzzled by because I remember their occasion I wanna say they had, like, an older cousin or something who would show up occasionally.
Mhm.
No, you do meet their mother. You meet their, like, biological mother at some point in there. But when they were having this celebration, whatever it was, and all of these chipmunk relatives showed up, I was like, "Who
Yeah.
are these people?
Who are
He
they?
has
Yeah,
a
they
whole
open the door,
chipmunk
there's like
family?
20 of them in there,
Why do
yeah.
they live with Dave? I don't understand." It really
Yeah.
was poking a lot of holes in the, mythology of Alvin and the Chipmunks for me. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Thanksgiving special. I think
I
that's
Yeah, I feel like it's not, like, it's
yeah,
not like, the only thing that ties it to Thanksgiving is the play, that he's a
right.
pilgrim in the play, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, really, and then the dinner. I guess the family coming over and dinner, but, like, even those, it's
Well,
strange. To me, that's a
these
real strange, like, fall short
yeah,
of what, like, a I mean, I'm sure there's, like I'm sure there's, like, a Smurfs Thanksgiving, which is probably
yeah,
more Thanksgiving-ish
yeah.
than this is.
all
So it's
you have to
bizarre that they
do is
went with
have a
this.
theme of thankfulness, you know, like,
Yeah.
to take it back to the Ewok days when we were looking for the moral lessons and stuff, like, I guess the moral lesson here is step outside of your comfort zone or, you know,
Yeah,
broaden
that's
your
what it is,
horizons,
yeah, or else you won't
which
grow.
has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. So,
Yeah. Simon does say at the dinner table, "I'm thankful for family," or something like
okay.
that.
Well, there you go.
But then it goes to, "Oh, yeah, Dave, we entered you in the golf tournament." So it's just, like, added in there as, like, a
Yeah.
weird, awkward, like, end to a conversation that they were probably
Right.
having,
Right.
right? Because at Thanksgiving, you talk, "Oh, what is everybody thankful for?" And you go around,
Yeah.
and, like, Simon was the last one, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, and I gotta add this extra thing in there that Dave's gonna be in a golf tournament?" And so it just was like, "Wait, so I guess
Yeah.
it's Thanksgiving because he said he was thankful for family, but, he could be also referring to, like, his grandmother encouraging them, the 3 of
Yeah.
them,
Maybe.
before the performance,
Maybe.
being like, "Oh, thanks for family."
I was disappointed to not have the classic Alvin and the Chipmunks theme song, and we got that "Come On to My
Yeah.
House" song, that they played a
Yeah.
couple of times. I thought the music was fine. I usually find Alvin and the
Yeah.
Chipmunk music within things fun, and I like the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas song. Like, I'm not gonna go listen to an Alvin and the Chipmunks album. Maybe I will. I'm
Yeah,
kinda
not a whole
talking myself
album,
into
a
it. I'm talking
song.
myself into it. But,
Ye
I thought the music was fine. Like, when it came up, I was like, "Yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks, let's do it." But overall, I did not feel positively about
Yeah.
this. Let's talk about that. Steve, give me your Oak
Okay,
Park
yeah.
moment. What's the worst
So,
thing for you?
for me, we kinda already talked about it,
Oh,
was the
okay, gotcha.
lesson.
Yeah,
The
or
lesson
lack
just fell
thereof.
short,
Yeah.
like, for me, I was looking for a thankfulness theme
Yeah,
to it, and there
yeah.
just was none, even though it was said
No, no.
one time. Probably, I bet you if you go back and look at the script for it, probably thankful
Yeah,
is in there one time
yeah, when
when he
Simon says
says,
it,
like, "I'm
yeah,
thankful for family," and that's it,
yeah, yeah,
and so, yeah, like, it was just I don't know, like, it ended, and I was like, "Eh, that wasn't so bad," and I'm like, "Wait, was that even like a
yeah,
Thanksgiving? Was it
no.
Thanksgiving? That's a pretty big hit when it'll
Yeah,
be like doing a Christmas special, and Christmas, like if you're not, if you're not celebrating like the birth of Jesus Christ, you're celebrating like giving and gift
yeah,
giving and
right.
family, and like that's what your like Life Day is a perfect example
Yeah,
of
true.
hitting the nail on the head with a Christmas themed type of story because it is about family and
Yeah,
giving and growing and these like and so yeah like that's what it's about and so this was just like dude like it wasn't even I don't know just to me I was like that was
yeah,
weird
yeah.
that was really weird
No
I enjoyed
arguments
it
here.
but it could have just been an episode
Yeah,
at that point
yeah.
what about you
It's a real toss up. I thought that zoo sequence, especially like when Simon's like fake boob pops later, I just thought that was so out of place and like sort of inappropriate, like for everything that was happening.
yeah
But the flashback scene with baby Dave like making up words to whatever home on the range or whatever it was. I don't even
Home on the
I
Range
thought that
yeah
was so like the voice was annoying, the concept that like a kid forgot the words and made up stuff, and then that led him to a successful songwriting career. I'm just like, I don't. It was just annoying. I found the vocals and like the words. I just thought this has to stop right now.
yeah
But I have a feeling that our Ichiwawa moment is going to be the same because as soon as
yes
I heard a certain phrase, I
I
was like,
wrote it.
"Hey,
Hey, I heard
look
it
at
and I wrote it
that!
down. Yeah.
Look at that!" All right, so go take it away. What is the
Okay.
Ichiwawa
It's
moment?
definitely the galaxy far, far away.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That is
yeah. When you
correct.
said that, I was
Simon
like, you don't
is
just say that. You don't just say a galaxy
yeah.
far, far away.
He's like sorting. I think they're cleaning, maybe. I don't know for people coming over, and he has like VHS tapes or something. And he says like,
Yeah,
"I wish I was in a galaxy far,
galaxy
far away." And I
far,
was
far
like,
away. Yeah.
"Bam! Star Wars
Yes.
reference." We didn't
Done.
even know it was in there. And it ties in.
I
It's
know.
a Thanksgiving miracle. That's what I say.
I know, right?
So
It's the thing. It's the one line that was totally unnecessary, but
yeah,
completely made it
yeah. It was like it was made just
relevant
for
to the
us. Yep,
show. Yeah.
yep, yep. I,
Like
I
you didn't even
couldn't.
need to say that at all. Like
I
you could just
couldn't
be like,
ask for more.
I wish I was
Yeah.
in a different country. Like, I don't
It's
know,
also kind
anything.
of it's a funny thing to say in like 1994 because that's like a dead era for Star Wars, but you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that would have
whatever. I
been
mean, Star
what?
Wars
Like
forever, you know?
That'd have been 11 years after Return of the Jedi. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was kind of a dead era. And
Yeah.
people were like, I wasn't saying that when I was a kid, like, oh,
No, I
I
don't
live in
think
a
so.
galaxy far, far away. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I'll take it.
Yeah.
As like the one thing that made me smile in this. We already covered the moral lesson,
Yeah.
grow as a person.
I guess
Uh,
grow
how
as a person.
many
Yeah.
how many yub nubs do you give this one?
Man, I did like it, but uh, the Thanksgiving thing really like killed it for me. I think I'd give it like a 3, maybe a two and a
Oh my
half.
gosh. Okay.
But a 3, I think, just because I did enjoy it, but man, like, way to miss the assignment. Like, if I told the guy, the director, like, hey, yeah, make me a Thanksgiving themed special for, the Chipmunks, and he sent me this, I'd be like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, you didn't
Yeah.
even say Thanksgiving. It's not even about the meal. It's not even about thankfulness, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, like, even they could have even said, like, oh, yeah, we didn't get the parts that we wanted. And Dave could be like, well, at least you should be thankful you're part of it.
Yeah.
That would have been like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, wow, yep, we're getting that theme of thankfulness
We
in
didn't
there.
get it.
Nope, not at all. Nope,
Didn't get
not at
it.
all. It
Didn't
was
get
about
it.
facing fears. So,
You see,
yeah,
you're
what
gonna
about
make me look so mean,
oh,
but
man, you got to give it like a 1.
I mean, I feel like I want to give it a nothing. Like
A
I
0.
I didn't like it at all. Like, I didn't my son was kinda like, "Yeah, that" I mean, it wasn't really Thanksgiving, but it was still fun, and I was like, "No." And maybe that's just because of my expectations, because I like that show so much, and it
Okay,
was just
yeah.
like,
I had
"Ugh."
no expectations. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, that was actually kind of
Alright.
fun.
Okay.
And then I realized, wait, this is supposed to be our Thanksgiving episode, and it
Yeah.
ended up not being really
Didn't
Thanksgiving at all,
No, didn't
which is
happen.
like crap. Now our listeners are gonna be like, "Yeah, guys, good job,
I
way to
know.
go." And we
I
might
guess
as
I
well have
would
done like Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. In hindsight, when I was like, "This is only the 2nd Thanksgiving special," maybe that 902 and Here We Go episode is the only Thanksgiving special.
I know,
So,
it's still the only one we've
yeah,
done
I guess so.
technically.
Tell me, what is the thing that you most look forward to in Thanksgiving? We'll do our own Thanksgiving special
Oh
right
man,
now.
it's the cranberry sauce, but very
Yeah.
specific. The cranberry sauce that comes out of the can, the jellied kind
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
the shape of the can. We signed up, we had our Thanksgiving luncheon at work where people,
Okay.
like, brought in stuff, and there
That's
was, like, a
nice.
sign, like, you could sign up for something, and I did the cranberry sauce because I wanted that sauce, and I
Yeah.
reached out to the other person who had signed up, and I was like, "What kind are you getting? Because like, I'm looking for a very specific kind here." And she was like, "Oh, I'm getting, like, the chutney one with, like, the cranberries in it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's, like,
yeah.
the sauce kind." And I was like, "Okay, good, I'm getting the one that's in the can." She's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's so nostalgic for me coming
Yeah.
out and
It's
having
hard
that
to
thing
top,
lay
it really is.
sideways." Yeah, and you
Yeah.
just take a knife and you just cut
Yep.
yourself a slice of that and it falls over.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that, like I love it because it's cranberry, but there's no texture in it, so it doesn't ruin the texture of the food you're eating,
Yeah.
where the chutney kind, one with, like, the chunks and
Yeah.
berries in it, that adds texture to something that's already textured, like
Yeah.
your turkey and your sweet potatoes and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and so, like,
That's a good
I don't
point.
know. For me, like, that is, like, I love it when that comes out, that cranberry sauce, when it's that
Yeah,
jellied
it's a
kind,
very
that
satisfying, keeps the
it's
shape
so
and everything,
satisfying.
yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
from,
I
like, when I
can.
was a kid, like, cutting that slice
Yep,
and people being like, "Oh, I think that's too much," and I'm like, "Nope."
yep,
Like, I'm gonna eat it all.
yeah.
So, yeah, what about
That's
you?
well, that's funny that you mentioned that because over on, the But Have You Tried podcast that we do with the David A. Howe Library, Allie assigned me the task of making homemade, cranberry relish that was like a family recipe
Oh,
for her. So, I did it, and it was like, cranberries and sugar and diced oranges and diced
yeah.
apple, and then sort of like, mixed together, and I did it, and it was pretty good. But even in that episode, I was like, "But I could never replace the
The
can." I mean,
jellied?
it's
Yeah,
just
it's
yeah,
yep.
I need it. It's just that's what Thanksgiving's all about, you know? That's more
It's
Thanksgiving than this whole episode was, is that
it's
can of,
funny that I'm glad you did that.
cranberry.
It's
Yeah,
I'm kinda jealous now, I wish I'd like, I don't dislike the other kind, I just
right.
prefer the
Well,
jellied.
and yeah, and Allie
Yeah.
was saying that, like, her family still had like, they make that, they love it, it's like the family
Uh-huh.
tradition, but they also have to have the can because
Yeah.
they're very different. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I
It
can't
was,
fault you there."
there was no one that was like, "Yeah, I don't really care." Everyone at work was either like, "Oh, you like that?" You
Oh,
First of
really?
all, it was like people that didn't like cranberry,
Yeah.
or that didn't like the jellied kind, pretty much didn't like cranberry.
Sure.
But for the most
Yeah.
part, other people who did like cranberry were like, "Oh yeah, that's actually the one I prefer." And I was like, "Wow, I didn't realize." I felt like the jellied kind would be the pariah, where like
Yeah.
everyone would be like, "Ugh," like who brought the poor man's cranberry sauce,
Right.
because like,
Yeah.
and I remember going to like, an aunt of ours that lived in a very wealthy area, and she had like that chutney one with the apples and
Yeah.
the orange peel and all that stuff in it, and I was like, whoa, this is like wealthy people food,
Yeah.
this
That's
is what
fancy.
cranberry sauce really is.
That's fancy.
But yeah, it's basically like drinking like Tropicana when your entire life is that frozen,
Yeah.
paper
True.
paper can of
Yeah.
orange juice. That's pretty much what it's like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like it was weird that, people were like, "Oh, I love it," or "I hate that." So it was
Interesting.
no one was
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, I don't really
I
care."
wouldn't have predicted that, but
I didn't
yeah,
either.
I agree with you. Cranberry sauce all the way.
It's still
Uh,
more Thanksgiving than this
yeah,
episode. Cranberry sauce
absolutely,
just is.
absolutely. Well, this didn't really nail the holiday vibes, but next time we'll be getting out the old Life Day orbs.
Oh yeah.
There's no way to talk about it.
Just wait till they glow.
Yeah.
Your orbs are glowing.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting up to Life Day Orbs with special guest Jesse Riles, who will be covering the Young Jedi Adventures episode, The Missing Life Day Feast. And I don't have Disney Plus right now, but I discovered that there's a website called Disney Now, and the whole
Oh.
second season of Young Jedi Adventures is streaming for free, so you can watch it for
Oh,
free
okay.
on Disney Now. But we'll see if that has more of a holiday feeling than
Yes.
this episode did today. Yeah, and once again, we
The
have to
orbs.
apologize to our listeners for
Yeah.
subjecting them to Jesse.
Yes. It's only
You
once a
know,
year,
it's
so
it's once a year. That's exactly right. I
yep.
mean, we've grown a tolerance to him. I wouldn't say a fondness or an affection of any kind, but a tolerance, and I think it's only
Yeah.
right for the holidays. So
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
all right. Well, then I will see the both of you for our Life Day episode next time.
Yeah. See you then. This Endorian Life is brought to you by the Radio Meanwhile Network. Be sure to check out some of the other shows on the network, including 9021 Here We Go and previously on X-Men. Please rate, subscribe, and share these shows wherever you get your podcasts.